YouTubers. It's Wednesday. It's not Tuesday and it's not Thursday. But anyway, it's Better Living with Patty, and we've been going to doctors, so that's why we haven't been filming the last 2 days. I want to talk to you about a few things. I want to basically get off my chest. We filmed some things around the villages. I think I'll probably go up maybe tomorrow when we were out and about with the doctors. But I'd like to talk to you about where everybody's coming from. Like, I know the United States is populated, and all of a sudden now Florida is like the new norm to come down here and live. They say it's cheaper to live and everything. Yeah, the taxes on your property is cheaper and everything, but it seems like everything is being taxed. Your car, excuse me. I'm back. Sorry about that. Opie's beating up on Floyd. So anyway, where was I? Oh, everybody's coming down to Florida, and Florida may be cheaper than New Jersey or New York or Connecticut. I'll grant you that. But property taxes are going to be taking a big jump very shortly. We've only gotten a 4% jump last year, but I think it's going to take a big jump this year because a lot of things are happening in Florida that we are now not going to get a lot of discounts. So I think, a big jump to me would be about $200. And I know everywhere else I'm going to get a message that $200 is nothing. Well, when you're on a fixed income, it is. So, you have to, sorry about that. My hair, for some reason, doesn't want to stay today. Just look at before you move down here and sell your house and you got a big profit, because that's what happened to us. We sold our house and, you have a big profit that you think, oh, wow, I can live on this. If you buy a brand new house, even a used home, you got to basically fix it up the way you want it. You got to paint it. You got to do this. You got to do that. Maybe you want new appliances and everything. So it does add up. So I just want you to be aware of, here in Florida. That's one thing. And there's so many people. It's amazing. The song, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. When Rich and I go out in the morning or afternoon, we go, it's 5 o'clock. Because the traffic is, if you're from New Jersey or whatever state you're from, think about your craziest 5 o'clock traffic. I always think about 287 going northbound from Morristown to Lincoln Park. That traffic was it would just stop, about 80, and then you'd pick up a little bit. And that's what it is down here. And the other, what was it, about a month or so ago, 2 months ago maybe, we said, oh, the snowbirds will be going back in May. And you're not supposed to call them snowbirds, seasonal people. But anyway, they're all staying. They're selling their homes up in wherever, and they're staying down here. So it's still 5 o'clock traffic. And BJ's is going to open up real soon. I think next week. I think they had a soft opening yesterday, but they're going to open up to the public next week. It was an invitation only this week. And you can join for $25. And if you get a coupon, I was told it's $20. So that's my Jersey bucks. $20. So, they are opening. They're going to have gas. They're the cheapest gas around. They're $4.09. They're cheap. Rich and I just bought gas yesterday because we went to Ocala to the doctor. And coming home, we had to buy gas. And it was $4.29.9, $4.30. And I said to Rich, I should have bought it before we went up. And he said, yeah, you should have. You don't know when they're going to raise the prices. You don't know when the truck's coming and when the prices get raised. So that's what we paid. So, prices are going up. And I know everybody else is going to say, oh, that's nothing. New Jersey, New York's up to $5, $6 a gallon. I understand. We're going to be right behind you very shortly. So that's another thing I can't believe. There's so many things that just amaze me. I mean, Rich and I went food shopping the other day. And we don't buy much of it. I mean, we don't buy a lot of anything like extravagant anymore. Anyway, we bought some fruit and we bought some vegetables and we didn't buy no meat. There was no meat in the cart. Oh, well, excuse me, there was hot dogs, all beef, beef, grass-fed beef hot dogs. And they're no more than a regular hot dog now. I looked at the hot dogs, and for 8 hot dogs, it was, this was at Aldi's, it was $6.82 or something like that. And the all grass-fed, grass-finished hot dogs, they were only about I think they were $6.38 or 6 something. But they were kind of cheaper, and, you know, I was like, holy crap, look at this. So, you know, but, so we went to Aldi, spent about $250, and that was just on nothing but I needed olive oil, I needed avocado oil, I was out of a few things. We did not buy any paper products. I didn't need paper products. I didn't buy any meat. I needed no meat. And it was like $248. And I couldn't believe, I mean, I bought a pack of potatoes, 5 pounds. I bought a thing of onions. It was like all fruit and vegetables, a head of lettuce, some spinach, a bag of tomatoes. I bought 2 cucumbers that they're going bad. That's the thing I'm going to talk to you about. Have you noticed all these, I was talking to a few people yesterday, and they were saying how all these produce doesn't last. And I bought lemons and stuff like that, and oranges and the little cuties. Anyway, they were saying that they didn't last, and I thought it was just me, bananas. And I bought blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, strawberries. So, and they're all organic, because I don't buy nothing but organic, because they're on the Dirty Dozen. So you know, we were talking, and the guy said, yeah, he said, they last 2 days, and then you better eat them up. And he said, the worst are the bananas. And I said, I know, they're all brown before you get, he said, yeah, he said, all this is getting really bad, fruits and vegetables. He goes, we used to love to go to Aldi's and get our fruits and vegetables from there, but he said, we don't do it no more. He said, we go up to the farmer's market in Marion County, or we go to a little store called Save-A-Lot. They're a little bit lower than Aldi's, but they're pretty good. So he said, we go to Save-A-Lot for our fruits and vegetables. And he said, I was in Aldi's, and I got a boneless thighs, which he said they looked pretty good. He said he cooked them up, and they were so tough, he couldn't believe it. And so he just threw the whole package away. And I said, oh, don't do that, because I said, Aldi's gives you twice guaranteed, whatever it's called. And then we were talking about the milk, and he said, don't ever buy milk at Aldi's. And I said, I know. I had milk from Aldi's. We opened it up. We had cereal twice, maybe 3 times. And the milk was sour after that. It really, you know, it really made me mad, because nowadays you're paying about 4 something a half a gallon. So he said to me, and I said, well, you know, I should take it back. And he goes, you know, I can't take things back. I wish I could, but it went down the sink. So, you know, I said to him, he said, never buy, he said, what they do is they bring it and put it in the freezer, then they defrost it, and then they freeze it again. And, you know, I was like, oh, man. So then he said, I don't buy too much at Aldi's anymore. He said, I buy their baked beans. He says, I buy their, you know, some of the, like their sauerkraut, their German sauerkraut. I love their German sauerkraut. You know, a few things I do buy there. The German sauerkraut is really good. It ferments, and it's like it's a probiotic by the time you eat it. So it's really delicious. You know, and stuff. I bought a head of cabbage there because I had corned beef, and the corned beef was delicious from there. The corned beef, I have to say, the corned beef was delicious, but I used that right away within 2 days. I bought a head of cabbage, and half the cabbage I had to throw out because it was brown and black, and I you know, I'm like, I don't know. So I think we're gonna start shopping at Save-A-Lot, or maybe once in a while we can't go to Publix. They're just too costly. Maybe Winn-Dixie or something. I don't know. Or go to Aldi's for other things that are vegetables, and go to the farmer's market. I don't like the farmer's market because I got to walk around a lot, and it's hard for me to walk with my arthritis. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But otherwise, all this is pretty good, and I was really surprised at that. And so that's my third pet peeve, I guess you want to call it, my soapbox. And my fourth one, I've been trying, as you know, I've been trying to lose weight, and I'm doing pretty good. Rich is doing excellent. I think he's almost lost 10 pounds in 2 weeks. And I fluctuate. I go up, I go down, I go up, I go down. I don't know what it is. Right now I'm holding at a certain point, and right now I've lost 7 pounds instead of 6.5, but it's not coming off of me as fast as it's coming off of Richard. And we eat the same things. It's not like he's eating less or he might even be eating more than I am. So I don't know. So, that's one of my pet peeves, because I struggle with that, and I struggle hard with that, because it's, we're doing away with a lot of stuff, and we're trying to eat healthier. Like the other night coming home from church, we had fruits and vegetables. And the watermelon we got from Aldi's was turned too. It was like bitter and sour and slimy. But anyway, so we had some fruits and vegetables after church for lunch. So that's what I mean. We're doing stuff like that, and we're trying to eat healthier. And now I have a pet peeve, and I don't know if anybody else is having this problem. We can't get cat food, and the only place been getting it is at Amazon, and I know don't buy Amazon, and I truly understand that. Well, the other day I got a thing that said it was delivered, and so I said, Rich, is there a package out there? And he said, no. It was supposed to be had delivered at 10:45. So I called Amazon and I asked them what happened, and they said, well, FedEx delivered it, and it's an outside service. I forgot, and maybe in the back of my head, I, didn't realize it. But anyway, Amazon has a lot of outside people selling on the Amazon, saying it's Amazon. So they put a complaint in that it wasn't delivered. So that was Monday. So I got to wait till today at 5 o'clock to see if I get my refund, or he should have shipped me out another thing of cat food. My cats eat Fancy Feast, and I can't get it anywhere. We got 2 cans at Publix 2 days ago. Richard went into Winn-Dixie here in the Villages, and he got about 4 or 5 cans. And all I can get it online is through Amazon. PetSmart had it, but it would take 2 to 3 weeks to get here, because it's coming in from Canada. And it's coming in by the slow boat to China thing, I guess. I don't know. I guess like Canada is a foreign country or something. I mean, it's like Buffalo, New York. It's, that's the distance almost. But anyway, and then I tried Chewy's, and Chewy is totally out of it. And I can't even get their dry food. I mean, don't even go there. I can't even get their dry food. They eat the Blue Mountain dry food for in-house indoor cats. I can't even get that no more. I got Meowmix. They do not like Meowmix. So I tried a can of tuna fish one day, because we were totally out of cat food, and Rich and I had exhausted ourselves looking for something. The one would eat the tuna fish, the other one put his nose up to it. So, we're at square one again. So that was like that night. And they fight if they don't get enough food, they fight. So I tried Kroger's, where you place an order and it comes to your house, and they only sell individual cans for 90 cents a piece. So if I buy 10 of them, that's $9 each, $9 for the set. So I said, let me try somewhere else. So BJ's, and this is why I want to join BJ's, but Rich is like, well, we have a small house, there's only 2 of us. I said, yeah, but when we decide to join BJ's, it's going to be $50 instead of $25. So BJ's they have 48 cans. And when I used to go to BJ's, it was 25 something, 25.88 or 25.90, whatever it was. At this point, I'd even pay, $35 for that many cans. But anyway, We can get cat food. We can't get milk. We went to I sent Richard into Publix the other night, and they had two half-gallon milks, and that was it. And they were outdated, so we didn't get milk. So, you know, it's hitting here in Florida, and I'm sure it's hitting wherever you guys are. Put it in the comments, things you can't get. There's no dog food anywhere. The dog food is totally gone. PetSmart, you have to put your name in, and when they get a shipment, they'll call you. And if you're around when you get the call, you pay for it, and then they, I don't know if we still have a Petco. We used to have a Petco around. I don't know if we still have it, but anyway, so in Chewy's, they're almost out of everything. You know, and Amazon has stuff, but they're charging like an arm and a leg. Like I went on Amazon for water the other day because they have a new water out called Source, and actually it's Poland Springs. And it was really cheap because it's supposedly new. So I was going to order it, but you had to wait, I think it was 2 months for it. And I was like, oh no, where's it coming from? It's supposed to be coming from Colorado. So why is it going to take 2 months to get, you know? So I said, no, forget that. And, you know, so it's really a crunch time now. And then the other day, I was figuring out my bills, the first of the month or the second of the month. Anyway, so I was seeing that we don't have cable no more. We just are on the internet with apps, and we have a company that we pay $10 and we get a lot of channels. It's really good. If you want to know about it, put your comment in this section, and I'll private message you the information. But anyway, you know, we only have the internet. So the internet has gone up. I mean, and we have a slower, we're at 1200 megabits, and it was fast. Boom, everything would just go, you know, you could put up a video and watch TV, you could do, you know, it was really going fast, and it was really nice. But that went up to $129.99, so $130. So I said to Richard, what should we do? So we went down to the lower one, which is 800 megabits. And the other day, Richard was downloading, and I had the TV on, and he said, man, this is slow. It's going to take 45 minutes to get this up and running. And I said, oh, man, this is like crazy. And the TV would spin, you know, you see the little thing spinning and thinking. So I think we're going to have to go back up to 12. There's things you gotta do. And anyway, the 800 is $125.99, so you're only saving a few bucks. But I went on to the apps I have, and on there, and I went through the apps, and I saw that I had, what's it called? You know, PBS exclusive, and I'm like, I never watched PBS exclusive. And it was $4.99, so I got rid of that. Then there was BritBox and Acorn, and they both were $6.99 each. So there's 7, 14, and 4. That's $18. And then I got rid of Disney Plus, which was like $12.99. So there's, you know, and then I got rid of the only things I kept was Paramount Plus and Amazon Prime, because I have to have the Prime. So anyway, when she figured it all out and refunded me, we saved $35 in some sense. It was like $35.80. I couldn't believe it because we were spending a lot of money on these apps, and I didn't even realize it. So, like, what I'm trying to say is, check out what you're spending your money on. Another thing we do, we should do, but we don't do, on your TV, if you are just doing apps, and I just found this out from somebody on YouTube, if you're doing apps and you have the Fire Stick, you should put it at night, every night. You should put it to sleep, because then everything will shut down and you won't use the electricity. If you leave it in the on position, not the TV, but the fire stick on the on position, it will run all night, and your meter goes. The gentleman was saying it saves him about $10 a month. So there's a savings there. Coming into the summer season, it's going to get hot in Florida, so you need your air conditioning. Today we have the windows open because it's not as hot as it was the last 2 days. The last 2 days with the humidity was over 100. And we're not even in the hot season yet. This is amazing. We are in the hurricane season. I think they got 23 names. And one of them is my brother's name, Richard. So if we get that far, we're going to be in trouble. It was interesting, the names they picked. They picked men and women's names. I think this is the first year they've done that. Usually it's men and then women, and then now it's men and women. So we got 26 names. They say it's going to be an active year this year. We'll have to wait and see. We are not in our rainy season yet. We're still in our dry season. When the rainy season comes, it's like, man, somebody just turns the water faucet on and it just pours. I mean, the first 2 years I was here, I could not believe. People used to say, wait till the monsoon rains come. And I was like, what are you talking about, monsoon rains? Our backyard literally is a lake when these rains come. They come so fast, they come so quickly that the water just like, there's no place to go because we're on sand, limestone, so it can't be absorbed. So it just sits on the, and all the roads it sits on, it's interesting. So when that comes, we have a lot of rain, and then hurricane season has been extended to the end of December this year. They feel, because we had a hurricane 2 years ago in December, so they extended it to December 31st now. I haven't lived through a hurricane. I've lived through high winds in Pennsylvania. I've lived through 60-mile-an-hour winds in Pennsylvania, because we lived where the Allegheny met the Appalachians, so they were right by each other, so we got into a wind tunnel. So I've lived through heavy winds. I have not lived through the rain and thunder showers. In 13 years we've been here, there was only one, and it wasn't bad at all. So I haven't lived through a good storm yet. So that's it. And then I want to talk to you, my cat, little Opie. I know everybody says, oh, he's a little pesty westy. He was so smart today. He watches me. I have a nightlight, and you just touch it and it goes on or off, okay? So I was laying in bed, and he was trying to get me up, and it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I am not getting up, dude. So he kept it up and kept it up. You know how he goes. Well, you don't, but that's how he goes. And he got, in the one eye, because if he sees my eyes open, I'm done. So I had one eye open, one eye closed, and I'm looking at him. And here he is on his hind legs on the nightstand, and he's tapping the ball on top of the light. And he's getting that little light to go on, and I'm saying, you doggone cat, you. So he had it on, the brightness he wanted. He knew it was hitting me in the eyes. And he went, meow, like, get up now. So I got up, and we took care of him eating and stuff, so he was happy. But that little stinker, they watch each other, him and Floyd. If Floyd does something, Opie's got to try it. And if Opie does something, Floyd tries it. And if they don't get yelled at about it, then they just do it all the time until, you say something to them. They're really little sneaks. They're unbelievable. Floyd is the biggest sneak than Opie. Floyd will do stuff like when he's not thinking you're seeing him do it. Like he'll attack Opie when he thinks no one's around, or he'll do stuff that, he just doesn't, he thinks you're not watching. So we're kind of staying home lately. We only go out for our doctors, or we go out for church, like tonight's church night. So we try to do what we can when we're out. So we'll film, or we'll do something when we're out, because basically gas is just, we got a little car, but gas is just too expensive to worry about it. And everything else is too expensive to do anything anyway. So we rented a movie, The Batman. Excellent movie. The ending was a little weak. I just thought it was a little weak. It was. I think the best Batman movie was the first one. This one had too many villains in it. It had too many. Like it had Penguin in it. It had Catwoman in it. It had Riddler in it. It had, it just had too many subplots. And then, of course, Batman's always fighting with himself, with his about his mom and dad dying and everything, and being a vigilante. But I think the best Batman was the first Batman. Let me know in the comments which Batman you like, if you saw this one or not. The guy that did Batman did an excellent job. He was one of the better Batmans. It was just a storyline of Batman. It's 3.5 hours long. That's why we rented it. Last weekend, well, it wasn't really rented. Last weekend, to the 9th, for Mother's Day, you could get Homebox Max, HBO Max, for free for about 4 or 5 days. So that's how we saw it. It was really, it was free, so it was worth watching. But it was fun. But the ending was weak. If you've seen it, let me know if you think it was. It was pretty good otherwise, but I thought the ending could have been a little bit different. But anyway, they left it open for Batman number 99 or whatever we're on now. But it was pretty interesting. That's what we did, and I was glad we did it because 3.5 hours, I couldn't even sit in a movie theater for that long, So we did it an hour one day, an hour the next day, an hour the third day. So, and then we just finished the last 22 minutes up the last day. But it was really interesting. But, that's how we do. I guess you got to do movies now because, it's just, it's crazy. So they want too much for, I understand they got to put the lights on and run them and buy the movie and everything. But, so we got it basically for nothing and watched it. So, I have a question. If anybody can help me out with this. Is anybody taping their streaming TV, like from the internet? What we want to do is we want a device that we can tape something on MeTV, Spanguli. But we just can't find something to tape it. I mean, I've looked Best Buy, I've looked all over. And, I just want to tape something. And one guy at Best Buy said, he gave me this little box about yo big, and he said, what you do is you can either tape it and put it on a flash drive, or you can buy time on a cloud and put it up on the cloud. So that's the nearest thing we got, but they're kind of expensive. They're about $300 and some, the cheapest one. So I said no, but there's got to be a way of doing this. There's got to be a way of taping. Somebody told me get off of Fire Stick and buy Roku, and you can tape then. But we'll see what happens. So if you have any information on it, please let me know. So without further ado, I'm going to stop babbling and let you guys go. Have a safe. Be healthy. Be aware. Be your own advocate. Make sure you know what's going on around you, and especially in these days. Don't let people take your money. It's hard. It's hard earned. You fight for every penny you can get because it's going to get rougher, they say. But so keep striving along, and we'll get this. We'll get through this together. So. Be safe, stay healthy, be aware. This is Patti saying so long.